Morning guys, welcome back to another video. I'm about to install the quadrant shower tray, so I was going to walk you through how I do it the proper way. I'll put some marine ply down. I'll put a primer coat on it as well, that was the one I used, the Evo Stick Flexible Primer. Sets in an hour, pretty good stuff, I always use that. It's recommended to put a primer down on here by the manufacturers of this shower tray, so I'll put one down. So basically, get this in place. Right, so that sits lovely and square in there. So what we need to do here is get a pencil around here, draw the mark where the trap's going. Let's just try and get that up now. Weighs a ton, this. And then obviously this has got to be a little bit bigger than the actual hole that I've just marked, because obviously the trap's got to go through it or lift up towards it, so it just comes out of the plywood just a fraction. So I'll show you how I do that. So the next job is to get yourself a tube that's a little bit bigger. I've already drawn a rough line around here, so it's pretty good anyway. So that's ready to be jigsawed out. When you're ready to jigsaw it out, get yourself a little hole going that way as well for the pipe. There you go. Just needs a little bit out the back there. Right, so now that hole's drilled out, you can just check that your trap comes up through it. There you go. Actually, where that angle's coming in, I just need to notch that way a little bit because the pipe's sort of running off at that angle. So I just need to take a little bit out of here. There you go, I just drilled that little bit out. It's just where the nut was hitting the 22mm ply. That's perfect now. Right, next job is to put the shower tray in. So what we need to do now is get a sand cement on it, which is recommended. Don't use tile adhesive like some people do. I mean, some shower trays take tile adhesive, but this is a stone one, so tile adhesive is so strong it can crack it. If you get any movement on the house, it can actually crack the tray. I've seen it happen. No matter what anyone says, I've seen it actually happen where trays have been cracked, literally from movement on the house and tile adhesive. So use what it says on the manufacturer's paperwork, which is a 5-in-1 sand and cement on this with a primer on it, and then that's job done. You shouldn't have any hassle with it. Right, let's go and get the sand and cement mixed up and I'll show you how to bed it down. Right guys, I find the best way to do this when you're cementing it down, get the shower tray in place, get yourself a marker, just go round it. That way you know exactly where the sand and cement is going to go. You won't get it everywhere then. Right, I'm just going to screw this board down. Also, mark where your pipes are. So I know we've got pipes going along here, because you don't want to be screwing into it, and then you can just pick your joists up and screw the board down. Make sure it's nice and solid then. It's got a nice solid platform to sit on. Right, let's get this screwed down first. So I'm putting vinyl down on here, so I'll just fill these gaps where this plywood meets, because we don't want any bumps in the vinyl. This is where you have to be a bit careful, because it's got pipes just running along here, so I'll just go either side of them. I've got a piece in the end now. I'm going to leave that, because what I want to do once that's in situ is get a camera up there and just make sure once the shower waste is in that there's no leaks on the actual trap itself. I've tested the pipe work, but I haven't tested the seal around here until it's actually in situ, so I'll have a little look once that's in place. Right, sand and cement time. Get the shower tray down. Right, first things first, check the floor. Right, that's running level that way. It's running spot on level that way. Just needs lifting up a little bit on this end here. And just a little bit on that end. So let's get some stuff in here. So this is just a 5-in-1 mix of sand and cement. Doesn't want to be too strong. Basically just get it down, and then you can even it out once it's down. A nice solid base to sit on then. Like I say, this has had a primer on the hardboard, on the plywood. That's where you've got to watch you don't get it down the trap. Right, did have a little notching trowel somewhere. Where is it? See if I can even it out. That's better. Makes it easier spreading it. Make sure there's no big stones in it as well, because sometimes this building sand has some big stones in it. You don't want that sort of sticking into the shower tray. Make sure you get a nice even, or full bed should I say. There we go, that should do the trick. Right, let's put the tray down, see what happens. Sometimes it's easiest to use suction pads on this. Now what you do need to do is peel this off, because you've got to put some mastic down this edge, and you don't want to be putting it on the actual cellophane itself. So where it meets the wall, just peel that back. And then you've got room for your mastic to adhere to. You can always protect the shower tray once you do your tiling as well with some Correx or something. I usually do. Right. There we go. Let's try and get that in place now. They weigh a bloody ton. There we go. Right, let's get the old level on that. See where we are. Right, pretty good that way. Just needs to go down a little bit there. These obviously have a fall in them already, so it's shallower here and deeper at this end where it runs down into the trap. That's good. And that's spot on. I'd say that's pretty good there where it's sitting. Just a corner. Perfect. So literally check diagonal and both the wall sides as well. I'm happy with that. That's got a lovely fall on that. And that's how you fit a shower tray. So obviously when this has gone off, before you tile it, you need to run a bead of mastic down this edge here first, and then the tile will just sit on top of the shower tray, and then you'll have another bead of mastic around there. So in effect it's got a double seal. Yep, perfect. Happy with that. Just take up the rest around the edge here. So with the shower trap, I'll show you how to put that in. I'll put it in now. Make sure it's clean. Right, let's get the other bits of rubbers and that. Right, now that's in, I'll put a bit of mastic around the rubber washer down here as well. Just to be doubly sure, because sometimes these shower trays are a bit uneven underneath. And I also put a bit round this part of it as well with the rubber washer on. Doesn't do any harm. I can hear aeroplanes going over. That must be the King's coronation I can hear flying to London. Right, now for the tricky bit, trying to get this bugger in. It's always a tricky bit, this. So what I like to do is put it down first, grab the trap in your hand and pull it up as even as you can get it. Try not to cross thread. It's a tricky old job, this bit. Right, let's get this screwed in. It seems to be going in alright anyway. There you go. There's a little tool here as well somewhere for just tightening it up. Just put it on the top. There you go. Right, that's in place. And that is how you fit a shower tray, guys. The proper way. So basically I've got to plaster this up, just this area here. And then I just have some silicone around the edge there. Just clear silicone, as I said before, and then the tiles will go on top of that, and then there'll be another silicone bead round once the tiles and the frame is in situ. So yeah, there you go, how to fit a shower tray. Well, last bit, guys, is just a mastic around here, so as it's got a double seal. And just get the old finger in there. That'll be covered by the tiles. Well, there you go, guys, that's how you fit a shower tray, all done. Right, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later.